All right, so we've come to the part where we're going to do some eyes. So you see here, and once again, this is for the very beginning Dremel carver, how to carve a wood spirit. You can see here the eyebrows. This one is way higher than this one. So the eyebrows can be higher than the other one if you're going to do an expression. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this other eyebrow higher. I already showed you guys in the recent video how to make your eyebrows higher to the top of the forehead to make your nose bigger. This down here, I don't know if this is working for me. So why I'm going to do the eyes first is when I'm working on the eyes and taking little breaks, I can look at this and see, because this is supposed to be teeth, but it looks more like his bottom lip. But I've carved too deep inside here, so we'll figure out what we're going to do there in the last video. So let me get this eyebrow raised up higher off camera, and then we'll draw the eyes in and carve eyes. There's a bunch of different ways to do eyes. I don't think I'm the best person to be showing how to do eyes, but I know how to do them. So, but there's a lot of different YouTube channels or pictures online you can look at how to do eyes, right? So, like I said again, I'm maybe not the proper one to be showing how to do eyes. Okay, so I brought this eyebrow up. Maybe it's a little bit too high now. That's okay. So this is the way I do it. Let's get a better lighting here. So I always put a dot here and then a dot here. Make sure those two dots are equal on height down from the eyebrow. So you can put a line across here. This is one way I do it. Okay. And then you could put a center line in here. I don't know if those are 100% center. And then you could put a line here. And a line there. One here. One here. So at this point, I think it's best. These are a little bit long. Like I won't bring them down. I'll kind of stop right here. This is one style. So you want to carve this, one of these. Let's just not pay attention to this. You want to carve this out and make it look like you see a ball behind. There's a ball. Pretend this is the ball. Okay, we'll pretend these three fingers and thumbs the ball, and here's a socket, and you just see a little bit of the ball, right? So you want to see like quarter of the ball, if that makes sense to you. So you want to cut this and you want to make it round inside here. And same with this side. Like I said, this might not be the proper channel for you to be watching how to do eyes, but it's a simple way. Well, not simple. It's just a friggin' way. Let's just leave it at that. So I'm going to choose what burr I'm going to use, and I'll be back. I think I'm going to use this Kutzall taper burr. It's the silver one, so it's not that aggressive. It's not the extreme. And I'm going to go on the outside of these lines, straight up and down, and take it about, the deeper that you cut these in, the better it's going to look. And that's how you can get your cheekbones to pop off, because your eyes are going to be sunken in, right? So let's see if this is the right burr. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And another thing too, with your eyes for the very beginner, if they don't work out, you can always cut them out and give your wood spirit hollow eyes, right? So anyways. Okay, so I got my dust collector table running. I'm running a Dremel 4000 with a Dremel flex shaft, and let's get to it. So I just like to do one side at a time. This might not be the correct burr. Let me lower this camera a little bit. So, you got those cut in there now. They look fairly equal to me. So now you can round these off to make them look like round balls inside there, like the quarter of the ball, like I was saying, or you can remove the wood around here to feather it out. So let's do that. Okay, spin it around. Okay, let's do the other side. Oops. Started working on the eyeball itself. Really, when you get to this point of it, sorry if I was off camera there, when you get to this point of it, you want to really take your time. Okay, so you can see what's going on there. Now let's kind of try and round these things off here. Just do your best. That's all that you can ask yourself. That's all you can tell yourself. There's always a tricky area where you can't get into. And when you get to that area, you just gotta really take your time. Okay, now let's work on this one. I like to try and make it so I don't see any square cuts, so I round everything off. This is the tricky spot right here. Okay, I'll turn the fan off for a second. Okay, so you guys can see what's going on. My pupils aren't perfect, but they're good enough for me. You guys, this is just basically to show you guys the steps I do to make it. So the more equal that you make these, the better it's gonna work out for you, and we'll leave that in your own hands. So now they need eyelids and, well, bottom eyelids. So this fellow, let's try and give him squinty eyes, okay? So I'm just gonna draw like little footballs in here. I'm gonna try and leave it as simple as I can do it. It's hard to film eyes on camera because you need to be center for everything, right? And when you're trying to do these on camera, it's hard to be center. So this one's sloped down a bit here. So you just and you friggin' start carving. Who cares? Who cares what it is? Like I said, if they don't work out, carve them out. Okay. So this is a little metalworking burr. See it? It's a little thing. That's what I'm going to do to cut the first lines in. They come in sets of, what is it, 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, sets of 20. They're like 10, 15 bucks on Amazon. I believe they're in my Amazon store. These are great for details on softwood and hardwood and even stone. So what I'm going to do is do those cuts in the inside of these lines. Then after I get those cuts, and then I'm going to slowly work it with a diamond burr. You guys can buy them at your Harbor Freight for like sets of 10 or 20 for like $5, super cheap. So, and I'll try and, because now what I have to do, now I have to try and make it like a ball inside of a ball. You want these eyelids to look like a ball, and then there's just a thin ball inside of that ball on the eyelids. And you got to remember your top eyelid always overlaps your bottom eyelid too, right? And what the biggest key thing about eyes is, I don't do it, and I don't do it enough, is this corner here and this corner here. You want to drive those really deep. You want to dig up. You want to dig in there deep, and that's how you'll get the real roundness. You'll make it look really round inside here if you carve in this corner really deep and carve in this corner really deep. We'll see how they turn out, and I'll try my best to keep it on camera. Turn the fan back on, so I'm going to go like this on all the lines. Okay, and then I'll probably switch over to my diamond burr. You might see me switch in between burrs a bit, and I might switch off to a smaller diamond burr as well. Okay, so we always have a best side and a worst side, right? If you guys can hear me. I think this time I'll start off with, I'm left-handed, so I usually do this side, but I think I'll do the worst first, just to get it over with. Oops. Okay. Now I want to try and look at this one. I want to try and look at this one when I'm doing this one, because this one's sloped down this way. It's not like this, it's like this. Okay, I can see this one's bigger than this one. Who cares? Now, let's switch out burrs. Whoa. Doing eyes is not my favorite thing to do, because you guys most know I don't have the most amount of patience. And you really need to take your time. This carving hasn't been my funnest carving to do, because I'm more of a free-for-all carver, and I don't take my time on things. And it seems like when I try to take my time on things, it doesn't turn out as good as I'd like it to. Now let's start rounding off inside here. Okay? I'm working on this eye, I'm looking at this eye too, because I want to try and make it equal. So I'm going to have to open this up a bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna see this, how much bigger this eye is than this eye. I gotta open this one a lot more. I should have switched spurs. Now you see here what I've done? Now I've opened this eye up way more than the other eye. That's because I didn't switch burrs when I should have. Now what I gotta do is now I gotta put another burr, that other burr back in and correct this problem. That's what you get for having impatience when it comes to something like this. So what I'm gonna do is, well, I'll find another burr and I'll be back. Okay, I got this Kutzall taper burr back in here, so that was a perfect example of no patience. Now I gotta figure out which way to open up this other eye. Okay, good enough for me. Oh, let me do this a bit here. When you're doing eyes, patience is the key, okay? So let me get this other burr on here. Let me find another. It's going to be a little metalworking burr. And we'll give them some eyelids, some top eyelids, and some bottom eyelids. Here's a different type of little metalworking burr. It's like a little football. Comes from this kit. See, like I've rushed these eyes way too much. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to show you guys, to give you guys an idea. So top eyelid, just go like this. Bottom eyelid, just go like that. This, that, this, that, this, and that, this, and that. Okay. Bottom one. Remember, your top eyelid overlaps your bottom one. Okay. Stop, Jordy, stop. There you go. This guy's not going to have pupils. I like them without pupils. So, since we got this burr in here, let's just do a deeper cut along here. It separates the beard from the mustache. Okay, so when you got this burr on, you can give them some age lines up here. Do some cuts here on the eyebrows. Go deeper in here again. Give them some age lines down here. You can do some cuts like this. Okay, let's set this guy back and take a look. But I'm not going to worry about too much more about these eyes, but you guys saw how I did them. They might not be too equal. Like I said to you guys, it's up to you to make them equal. Okay, so you can clearly see the left eye is bigger than the right eye. It doesn't matter enough to me to want to take the time to fix it, but how I could fix that to make it them a bit more equal is on the right eye, take some more of his upper eyelid off. But it doesn't really matter to me. Sorry about the glitchiness. So now this is going to be the end of the eye video. In the last video, I'm going to fix this part because I don't see teeth there. I just don't see how it would work. I could make it work and try if I wanted to, but I just really don't care enough. And we'll just make that the bottom lip, make his beard hair continues. We'll sand this up. We'll put a finish on it. We'll do some wood burning and call her done. So that's it for this one, everybody. Hope it helped you. And the more time that you spend on your eyes, the better they're going to look.